Well, I think there's a lot still in the balance. I'm not overly optimistic at this point. I think the result we need is not just a KP2, but we need a very clear path to an ambitious global treaty. Anything less would be a very Pyrrhic victory. And it's by no means clear that that can be delivered by this COP. But I remain optimistic. I'm optimistic by nature, and that's what we're going to be. The UK and the EU and all of our allies, many countries here in Africa, are going to keep pushing for right up to the end over the next 36 hours.
And I would follow you on Twitter, of course, and noticed that you said the mood was somber this morning, the EU, real determination to stick with that 2015 deadline. Do you think that you can expect basic countries to kind of fall behind that and support your position?
Well, that's what we need to happen. Without that, where do we go forward? It's just simply not good enough to think that we could come up with an agreement here that would only cover, at best 15, maybe as little as 11% of global emissions, and from a part of the world where emissions are declining. Of course, there are differentiated responsibilities between different economies at different stages of development, but we've got to get on to one page and a deal that basically captures the whole world economy, and that's what the science tells us, and it's getting more urgent.
A lot of campaigners and activists are saying that rather than kind of this hedging and this constant you go first or we'll only do this if you do that, perhaps the EU could take a moral leadership role, could step out there, sign up to a second period of the KP and really back other people into a corner from a moral position. Do you not see that playing out that way?
Let's be clear, the EU already has the most ambitious carbon reduction targets of any economic group in the world. In the UK, we're very proud that we've already legislated to reduce carbon emissions by 80% by 2050. The actual KP2 would make very little difference to us domestically, but we've tried. We signed up to KP1. We've had over a decade of moral leadership. We also had over a decade of us taking advantage of the competitive advantages that will flow from being an early leader in the low carbon economy. But I think now, increasingly, it's time for people to act in concert together. There's no point us making a glorious gesture if other major emitters don't follow. We need everyone to act in concert.
And talking of everyone acting in concert, the US seems to have been on the back foot today. How do you see their position, and how do you see it playing out over the next 24 hours?
Well, I really do hope that the US will roll in and support an ambitious deal, and it remains to be seen whether or not that's going to be the case.
Great, thanks for speaking to us.
Okay.